I had a realization that you notice that when in the summertime, you can sleep for longer. Sometimes you're sleeping like 10 or 11 hours at night. Sometimes you're like even sleeping so much to the point where you like grow, like, I don't know, you just grow more centimeters in 2 months or 3 months, depending on how long your summer break is. And if you have a long one, then you can grow even more. You grow more in these short months than you do in the entire year. And why is that? I'm thinking to myself, why is that? But I realize this. There are multiple things. Number one, when you have a lot of cortisol, your stress hormone, it makes it so that your growth hormone gets like it goes down. Like it's not going to be stimulated as much as when you have a lot of when you have less cortisol. And this is something that I realize in the summertime, you have no school. School is completely over. You have nothing. You're not thinking about anything. You're not thinking about when like the next school year because you have no. They don't. You can't get homework before the next school year starts. At least that's how it is for me. And then at the same time, you also like have the opportunity to sleep as much as possible since you have no one telling you that you have to wake up at 7 o'clock to go to school at 8. So you can basically like sleep for like 10 hours a night, 11 hours a night. And this is literally like one of the reasons why you can grow so much in the summertime. Think of this, if you're not stressed at all, when you're stressed, it stunts your growth. It stunts your growth. And then at the same time, when you are like, when you are not stressed, you'll also be able to grow more because of more growth hormone being secreted and you are sleeping more. So basically, you'll be able to get more growth in these 2 or 3 months or like 6 weeks than you would maybe get in an entire year. This is why I don't understand. I grew like, I don't know, 5 or 6 centimeters in like a month or something during the summer. And another thing about this is that you realize that like during the time when you have no school, when you have less, your brain is not constantly thinking about school. Even though you might not be thinking about it, you might not be thinking about it, but your brain is still like in the back of your mind. You are like thinking, oh, school. I have to go to school on Monday. I'm gonna go to school and like all these like if you still have like tests left at school this time of the year, you'll still be like secretly in the back of your mind thinking about it, and thus like making you get more stress hormone, cortisol, and that suppresses your growth hormone. So if you really want to, like, that is one of the most like important things I've realized, that why do we grow so much in the summer? It comes down to two things: being less stressed and having more like growth hormone because you're able to sleep more, as well as the because when you sleep naturally, when you wake up with an alarm, you literally like your body. It literally means your body needs to sleep more, and if it was able to sleep the maximum capacity, it would be getting like more growth hormone. Like if when you for the like first time in a long time, you literally wake up naturally without any alarm. Your body is like that is probably like one of the nights you might have grown. Because that's the thing, like I remember specifically like sleeping for 9 hours straight or something, like if I was praying Fajr at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock or whatever, 3 a.m. or something like that in the summertime, and sleeping until 12 p.m. That's 9 hours of sleep, and that's like 6 cycles, I think. And during those cycles, so many hormones get like secreted, so that you basically get like a boost in testosterone, boost in like growth hormone, and at the same time, like when these are like the perfect conditions for growing. This way, school ruins your growing, actually, in my opinion. That's why you need to take advantage of the summer and just, because that's why I notice you can eat like crazy when you are like sleeping very little. You notice how like you sometimes just feel like I don't want to eat. You're completely tired in the morning, don't want to eat anything. And then you wonder why, because your sleep is bad. Okay, if your priority is literally to grow taller, you cannot be waking up with an alarm. You have to wake up naturally. Now, this might sound unproductive. I'm thinking to myself, this probably sounds unproductive. It probably sounds unproductive, especially if you're like trying to become someone who wants to be a good like person, like become productive, improve your life. But just try and sleep as early as possible, because then you'll wake up naturally as late as possible. So if let's say you can't sleep later than 10 or 11 p.m., just don't sleep after that. Don't sleep after that time. Just sleep as soon as you can. So make sure that you are able to like take advantage of these months. These months are literally just ahead of you. If you're in America, I think your summer vacation, like your holidays, are gonna start in like I don't know a few weeks. If you're in the UK, well, tough luck, because in the UK, literally you start like in June or something. If you go in like primary school, and in Sweden at least they started like mid of June to like mid of August. So it's kind of in between America and the UK, which UK only gives like I don't know 6 or 7 weeks of summer break. But these are literally like the months that you cannot waste. You can't be like pulling all nighters and stuff like that. It's not good. You're not gonna you're gonna like probably regret it, because you don't know how many growth spurts you have left. Because you normally notice how you grow so much during one summer. Why do you grow so much during one summer? You notice how after every summer, like your height increased so much, you became so much more taller. It's because of these factors. Less stress equals more growth hormone, and as well the fact that you have more opportunity to sleep more, which means that you can get more growth hormone in you. Because of you going through many sleep cycles in a row, that's only during like the later stages of the sleep cycles where the good hormones, like you're getting like lots of testosterone building as well. So understand these factors and make sure to take advantage of the summer. Take advantage of it to your best of ability. Because you need to be able to sleep in. Like if you sleep in, literally, okay, if you don't have your number one goal is growing, it's okay. You can wake up with an alarm. I'm just saying, if your number one goal is to grow taller, make sure that during the months when you don't have any school, you notice how your mind will be clear. Like you won't be ever like you barely. Who remembers being stressed in the summer? Who remembers genuinely like being having like chronic stress that you get from like school? Who remembers that? I don't really remember that. I don't remember getting like chronic stress in school, like the way that you. Now I am not extremely like I'm someone who easily like just can. It's okay. I don't really think so much about school, but it does get in the back of my mind. So that's why you need to take advantage of this. Just try and like sleep as early as possible. Just go to as long as you go to bed as early as possible, you will probably not wake up too late. But like if you're living in Europe and you're a Muslim, bro, like I feel bad for you because Isha is like so late nowadays, literally, and Fajr is so early. But in a way, it kind of works to your advantage having Fajr really early, because that means that you can sleep many hours after Fajr. Like, let's say you only sleep 3 hours before Fajr, and then wake sleep like I don't know 6, 7.5, 9 hours, depending on how much you need to sleep. Some people can sleep 12 hours. I'm not joking. Might be a bit overkill, but like it kind of works to your advantage. But then you'll be waking up at like 12 p.m., 11 a.m. But as long as you try and sleep directly after Isha, you'll probably be able to wake up probably 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Just try and sleep in as much as possible. And comment down below if you have any like things that you want to learn about from me anymore. And also I'm gonna have some announcement relatively soon because I'm working on something, and inshallah I'll tell you guys soon. Assalamu alaikum.